I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, August the 20th, 2015. An IDF soldier was injured last night by an explosive device that was thrown in his direction near a checkpoint south of Jerusalem. He sustained moderate wounds with injuries to his eye. He was taken to Hadassah Medical Center, where doctors last night performed surgery in an effort to save the eye. That incident follows another earlier last night when an Israeli man and his toddler daughter were lightly wounded when rocks were thrown at the car they were driving in on Route 45 near Jerusalem. The father did not need medical attention, but the 22-month-old was hit in the face by glass fragments and taken to Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center, where she was later released. These incidents follow a stone-throwing attack on Tuesday, as we reported to you, that lightly wounded 5 people. The IDF has deployed an Iron Dome anti-missile battery near Ashdod as well as in Beersheba in response to threats made once again by terror group Hamas in Gaza, warning they will act if Palestinian security prisoner Mohammad Ilan should die. Meanwhile, Ilan has now ended his 65-day hunger strike, and his condition is said to be improving. Israel's High Court of Justice suspended Ilan's administrative detention order yesterday after doctors at Barzilai Hospital said he had suffered brain damage. It was not clear if that damage was permanent or temporary. The justices ruled that because of his medical condition, Ilan no longer posed a threat. However, they noted that if Ilan's condition improves, the court would reconsider the case. Ilan is being held for his alleged affiliation with the Islamic Jihad terrorist organization. The Jewish man who stabbed several people during the Gay Pride Parade in Jerusalem last month that left 16-year-old Shira Banki dead and 5 others wounded has been determined fit to stand trial. Yesterday, the Jerusalem district psychiatrist found Yishai Shlissel mentally fit after conducting a court-ordered psychiatric evaluation. Schlissel's remand has now been extended another 5 days, within which time prosecutors are expected to present an indictment to the court. The Reform Jewish movement released a statement yesterday on the Iran nuclear deal. Leaders of the Union for Reform Judaism, the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism, the Central Conference of American Rabbis, and ARZA concluded that there is simply no clarity that would support taking a position for or against the JCPOA itself. They stated rather that their focus is how to address their concerns about the deal, and if it does go through, what happens the day after. In particular, they expressed concern to make sure that the current debate on the deal does not create a lasting rift in the U.S.-Israel relationship, or between American Jews and Israelis, or within the American Jewish community itself. They said the U.S.-Israel relationship is of historic and strategic importance. The health of that relationship must never be jeopardized or allowed to become a partisan political issue. And various groups and politicians have this week expressed their support or opposition to the deal with Iran, including on Monday 340 U.S. rabbis from various streams of Judaism who sent a letter to Congress in support of the deal, and 26 former Jewish leaders of organizations here in the U.S. put an ad in the New York Times yesterday also supporting the deal. New Jersey Democratic Senator Robert Menendez announced this week that he opposes the deal with Iran, while Jewish Democratic Tennessee Congressman Steve Cohen said yesterday that he would support it. The Raoul Wallenberg Foundation posthumously honored Philippines President Manuel L. Quezon for saving Jewish refugees during the Holocaust. Quezon was president from 1935 to 1944. He provided a safe haven in his country to more than 1,300 Jews fleeing the Nazis. He was honored at a ceremony last night in Quezon City. His daughter accepted the honorary medal on her father's behalf. 5 Israeli athletes are headed to Beijing this weekend to compete in the World Athletics Championships. All of the athletes are immigrants, originally from places like the Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and the U.S., who now call Israel home. They are triple jumper Hannah Kniazeva Meninko, Los Angeles-born runner Donald Sanford, javelin thrower Margarita Dorazon, high jumper Dmitry Kreuter, and sprinter Olga Lenski. The competition begins on Saturday and will run for 8 days. And looking now at our JBS programming for tonight, Thursday, August the 20th. At 7 o'clock, Brett Stevens of the Wall Street Journal and Roger Cohen of the New York Times debate the Iran issue. At 8 o'clock, Iran remains the focus at APEC 2015. And at 9, a L'chaim roundtable discussion on the present Iran deal. At 10 o'clock, the late Theodore Bikel is honored at Kulturfest. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, In the News, where Mark Golub is joined by Robert Satloff, Executive Director of the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, who offers enlightening perspective on what Congress can and cannot do regarding the president's Iran deal and what the likely consequences will be. That's tonight on JBS and jbstv.org. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, August the 20th, 2015. I'm Teisha Bader.